So let's start with the breathing. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And just settle into your 5 Pilates principles. Head and neck alignment, shoulders, ribs, pelvis, and breathing. Nice deep breaths. Now on the next exhale, let's imprint our spine. Breathe in through the nose, and as you exhale, softly imprint. Inhale, return to neutral. Exhale to imprint. So if you want to put your hands on your lower belly, it can remind you to deflate instead of popping the belly up when you exhale. Inhale, neutral, the belly expands. Exhale, imprint, the belly deflates and flattens. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. One more time. Inhale, neutral. And exhale, imprint. Inhale, return to neutral and stay there. Hands by your sides. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, circle the arms around. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, circle the arms around. Keep the back of the ribs always in contact with the floor. And now let's change the direction. Breathe in. And exhale, pull the arms down over the top. Inhale, stretch up to the sides and overhead. Exhale, pull down. One more, inhale up, and exhale, rest those hands. Now inhale, slowly shrug the shoulders up toward the ears. Exhale, slide the shoulders down. Inhale, the shoulders come up, keep the back of the ribs on the floor. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Try and be soft through the front of the shoulders and the chest so that the shoulders don't round forward. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. And just let those arms relax there for a couple of head nods. Inhale, gently tuck the chin. And exhale, relax the head and neck. Inhale, drop the chin. And release. So we're creating space at the back of the neck and stretching those muscles at the back of the neck. Inhale, gently drop the chin. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Let your head relax wherever is comfortable. But if you do have tension in your neck still, raise it up with fold the towel under your head. Bring your hands above your chest now. Elbows a little bit bent. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, stretch up to the ceiling until you feel a stretch on the back of the shoulders and your middle back. And pull the shoulders down. So my shoulder blades are moving. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull the shoulders down. Inhale, reach up. So as I'm reaching up, my chest is contracting. Pull down. My chest relaxes. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull down. One more time. Inhale, reach. And release. Rest those hands by your sides and get ready for hip rolls. So adjust your feet. Make sure that the feet are no wider than the knees. We're going to squeeze the ball a little bit. Start with the pelvis neutral. Breathe in. Exhale, imprint. Lift the pelvis first, then the low back, then the ribs, and come up onto the upper back. Keep the front of the ribs flat. Breathe in, hold. Exhale, pull the upper back into the mat first, then the ribs, then the lower back, then the pelvis, and return to neutral. Now this can be also done with the palms up. Inhale, exhale, imprint. Slowly peel the spine up. So having the palms up helps the shoulders stay open in the front. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, pull the upper back down into the floor, pressing slowly. And return to neutral. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, stay. Exhale. Inhale, stay and relax. Exhale to go up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. Let's do one more. Squeeze the ball gently. Breathe in. Exhale to go up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, roll it down. And return to neutral. Good. Let's take our ball, hold it above our chest. And we're going to try and stay neutral. That means we're going to keep a little tiny bit of space at the low back when we pick our legs up to tabletop. And we're just going to hold. Breathe in. Exhale, pick one leg up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, pick the second leg up. So your shins are parallel to the ground, your knees are above the hips, but we have extra weight in the tailbone instead of pressing the low back down. Now, ribs are nice and flat. We're only going to move the arms here. Breathe in. Exhale, reach overhead. Inhale, bring the ball to the knees. Exhale, reach overhead. Inhale, ball to the knees. Exhale, try and touch the ball to the floor without lifting the ribs off. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So if you're used to being imprinted in tabletop, neutral probably feels more difficult. Two more. And last one. Now we're going to take our ball and just touch onto the front of our thighs. And we're not going to put hardly any pressure on it, but we're just going to hold. So it's adding a little bit more resistance. Hold and breathe. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the ribs flat. Pelvis neutral if you can. If your back is complaining, then you can go imprint. One more breath. And slowly take one foot down and the other foot down. Do a big stretch, legs out. Good. Now we're going to turn to our side for spinal rotation. So we're going to bend the knees, align the head, and lift your waist a little bit off the ground. Engage the core. Inhale, stretch the arm and look to the ceiling. Exhale, twist. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, back to the start. Inhale, reach the ball up, look up. Exhale, twist at the waist. Breathe in, hold. And exhale, over the top. So remember, your head should be in line with the rest of your body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Head and neck are relaxed. Breathe in. And over the top. We're going to do 3 more on this side. Inhale, lift. And twist. Breathe in through the nose. And back to the start. Now try and find a position of the arm where you feel a good stretch. If you're not feeling much of a stretch, try your arm a little bit higher so the ball's higher than your head. Breathe in and over the top. Inhale, lift. The shoulder stays away from the ear though. Breathe in, stay. And back to the start. We're going to do one more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. Breathe in to stay. and over. Let's switch sides. Same thing here, keep a little space at the waist underneath. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Breathe in through the nose, hold, and exhale over the top. Inhale, big stretch up, look to the ceiling, and twist. Breathe in and hold, and exhale. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, open. Breathe in through the nose, and out through the mouth. 3 more on this side. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, stay. And back to the start. Inhale, stretch up. And open. Breathe in and hold. And over the top. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Stay here. And back to the start. Awesome. Let's sit up into child's pose now. Stretch out through the hips and the back. Sitting into the heels. We can place our ball off to the side. Oh, here comes Hope for a big stretch. And drop the head down. Sit back as low as you can to the heels. Take some deep breaths. Then let's walk both hands slightly off to the side. Breathe deep here. And switch sides. Just noticing how your body's feeling. If it's feeling nice and mobile, or if it's feeling a little stiff in some areas. And back to the center. Let's come up for cat stretch. Hands placed underneath the shoulders. Pelvis is neutral. Breathe in to prepare and relax the core. Exhale, contract the core. Tuck the pelvis first, then the low back, then the middle back, shoulders and heads. Breathe in to stay. And we're going to move the pelvis first to come back down. Low back, then the ribs, then the shoulders, then the head. So we're trying to do it specifically in that order. Inhale. Exhale, pelvis, low back, middle back, shoulders, head. And I sit back to my knees a little bit just to get the stretch in my low back more. Inhale, stay. Exhale, pelvis, low back, ribs, shoulders, head. Breathe in, relax the belly. Breathe out, curl up. Let the head hang down. Inhale, stay. Exhale, come back down. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Now this time, we're gonna curl up, but we're not gonna stay there for the inhale. So inhale here, exhale, curl up. But instead of staying for the inhale, we're gonna come all the way back down and arch the back even more than neutral. Exhale, curl up as high as you can. Inhale, come all the way down. The breath has to be slow or you're probably going to run out of air. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. And there we go. We're going to turn over onto our back again. And we're going to get going with some more core exercises. And so remember, anytime we have our legs in tabletop, you have the option to be imprinted with the spine, so the low back flat, or keeping a little tiny space. And the neutral is definitely more difficult. So if you're feeling stronger and you want to try it, then go for it. If you start to feel your back getting tired, take a break and return to imprint. So let's take our ball above our chest. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, pick one leg up tabletop, setting the core, supporting the spine. Breathe in, and exhale, pick the second leg up. Now breathe in through the nose and just hold this position. Get everything strong and support it. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, we're going to curl it up and take the ball around the legs and then come back down. So it's really difficult to stay neutral when you curl up that high. Exhale, come up. So you might be imprinted right there. Inhale, back down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, back down. Now reverse the direction. Exhale. Inhale, come back down, rest the head. 2 more. Come back down. Last one. And back down. Now we're going to keep our arms above our head like this. My ball is just hovering off the ground. I'm not resting it. I'm pulling my shoulders down. So really pulling with the lats, pulling the ribs in. I'm going to keep them here. Breathe in. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Now, if your arms are not able to stay in this position, either because of tightness in the shoulders or if your ribs are lifting, bring your ball a little bit higher. Try not to bend the elbows too much. Try and keep them fairly straight. They don't have to be locked. And we're just tapping that foot down and really connecting to the front of the body, squeezing the ribs towards the hips. One more time. Good. Now we're going to curl up and straighten one leg. And I'm putting that ball around this leg. And I'm going to go around. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest back down, legs tabletop. We're going to switch legs. Breathe in. Abs should be getting tired. Exhale, straighten the other leg. Stay up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. We're going to switch legs again. Breathe in. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And back down one more time. 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest it down. Hug those knees in. Good. Little rock side to side. Rest those feet down. Give a little stretch. Stretch out the hip flexors. So remember, we can't stop the hip flexors from working because they have to. We just want the core to work equally as hard. Now the next one, we're going to pick the legs up and hold the ball between our knees. Exhale, pick one leg up. Stay. Exhale, pick the second leg up. Now put the ball between the knees. We're going to support the head this time. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, lift up in the middle. So when I'm lifted up in the middle, my knees stay where they are. Okay? Now stay here. We're going to do a little twist to the side. Stay up in the middle, little twist to the other side. Up in the middle still, twist. Up in the middle, twist. Now we're going to take a break, rest the head down. We're going to do that again. So we did 4 times. Breathe in. Exhale, curl up. Stay, breathe in, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Center, twist. Center, last one. Center, and down. One more exercise here. Breathe in. Now when you curl up, pull your knees towards you. Inhale back to tabletop. Exhale, pull the knees in. Try to bring your elbows close to your knees without pulling on the head. We're squeezing the ball a little bit as we pull it in. We got 4 more if you can. 3 more. Last 2. And last 1. And take a break, take that ball out, and big stretch. So if you're feeling like this is feeling harder today, because I'm stacking more exercises in a row for your abdominals, that's why. So I'm sure you're not the only one. Sit yourself up and flip it over. So I guess you don't have to sit up and flip over, you can just roll over. So roll it over, because now we're gonna stretch out the belly. And in the past when we did this, if you didn't feel a stretch in the stomach, you probably will now, because your abdominals are burning a little bit. Feet are apart, about the width of your mat. Breathe in and prepare. Exhale, tighten the core and the thighs, lift the head, lift the chest. Gently push into the hands till you feel a little stretch in the belly. Hold, and slowly come back down. Relax at the bottom. Inhale. Exhale, tighten the legs, lift the head, lift the shoulders, lift the chest, press into the hands, just as high as you're comfortable. And release. You will feel the muscles in your back as well, because they're shortening and contracting. Breathe in, exhale, lift. So they're contracting even though we're supporting with our hands. Hold, and slowly come down. So we're trying to come up with the spine bending from the upper back as well. Exhale, so my head comes up, my shoulders, my ribs. Breathe in, and I come down in reverse. So my ribs, chest, shoulders, then head. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale, lift, lift, lift. Stay, and lower. And while we're here, we're going to stretch our quads. So bring your feet close together. Rest your head, bend the knee, reach for the foot. Now you should never feel the quad stretch in your lower back, but sometimes it happens when the quads are really tight and it's pulling your pelvis. So pull in the belly, tuck the bum, support the back. If you're still feeling it in the low back, you might have to get your band and wrap around your foot and hold it that way instead. So you should feel it in the big muscles of the front of the thigh. So the quadricep is 4 muscles. And it goes from the knee to the hip or the pelvis. And release, switch sides. Gently press down through the pelvis. Support the lower back with the core muscles. And find a comfortable amount of tension. Not pain, but a comfortable stretch. Breathe deep to remind your body to relax. And release that. Now sit back in child's pose and see how that feels. Just briefly. Good. And sit yourself up. Now we're going to take our ball and put under our shoulder blades. So align your body so that the ball is between your shoulder blades. Clasp your hands. Make a cradle for your head and let your head rest into the hands. We breathe in to lay back and look to the ceiling. Exhale, look forward toward the knees. Inhale, lay back, let the elbows fall out. Exhale. Now my pelvis stays neutral, So my lower back and pelvis are not changing shape. I'm just bending from my rib cage all the way up to my neck and head. So this is working on mobility of the thoracic spine, the shoulders and the neck, which often get jammed. And if they're jammed, it's going to be a hard time accessing the muscles to get them stronger. So we're creating some mobility, and then we're going to create some good tension. So tension's not always bad. We need tension in our body, otherwise we wouldn't be able to stand up. Right? We can't have our whole body like a wet noodle. So we have to have a good relationship between mobility and stability. All right, we're going to sit all the way up. And we're going to come up on the hands and knees. And we're going to activate some of those muscles now that we just loosened up by doing a rotation. So we're going to slide the shoulders away from the ears. That's the first thing. We don't want those shoulders coming up. And then we're putting a lot of weight in the knees instead of the hands. Lift the head. We don't want the head down either. We want the head in line or slightly higher. Now inhale, take one hand out, and I'm pushing off the ground. And then exhale, come back down slowly. Switch sides. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And our low back is neutral. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, nice and slow, exhale. Keep the shoulder away from the ear and look to the side. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's sit back and loosen up the wrists because we're going to stay on our hands and knees for a little bit here. Now we're going to take our ball, put between our knees. And I'm going to show you a progression on this exercise today if you want to try it. So it's the short plank, and so the knees are bent, and we're going to try and pick one foot up, but not for the first 2. Excuse me. Inhale in our neutral position. Again, push away from the ground so where you feel your chest contracting, and slide the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, tighten the core, then lift the knees up. Stay up and hold. Keep pushing with the arms so your chest didn't get closer to the ground when you lifted your knees. And come back down. Breathe in, one more like that, and then I'll show you the progression. Exhale, push with the hands, squeeze the ball, tighten the core and lift. Inhale, hold, and exhale down. Now the progression, if you want to watch one, inhale, exhale, squeeze the ball. Inhale, stay, exhale, one foot lifts, inhale down. Other foot lifts, inhale down, and back to the floor. So basically, I'm trying to stay stable through the pelvis. Excuse me. Let's say that again. I'm trying to stay stable through the pelvis as I pick one foot up. You can try it, or you can keep both feet on the ground. Here we go. Breathe in. Exhale, lift the knees. Inhale, hold. Exhale, pick one foot up. Inhale, put it down. We can't shift our weight, so my pelvis stays in the middle. Breathe in and exhale back to the floor. If you notice you're really tipping through your pelvis, you're not ready to pick the foot up. Breathe in, exhale, lift. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Foot goes down and back to the mat. We're going to try one more. Inhale, exhale, push with the arms, lift the knees. Stay, exhale, lift, inhale, lower, and lift, and lower. and release. And sit back in child's pose. Good. So that's quite a bit more of a challenge on the legs and the arms and the core to pick the foot up. Now laying on your stomach, we're going to continue to work the back muscles. So laying down, we're going to start with our elbows bent. Feet slightly apart, hands just about above the shoulders and then wider than the shoulders. We're going to breathe in to prepare. Exhale, press the feet into the ground, lift the head and hover the hands. Now when I hover my hands, I want my elbows a little bit lower to the ground and my hands a bit higher. And then I want to pull my shoulder blades together. Stay and release. So we're going to really work on that placement of the arms. Inhale, exhale, press the feet firm into the ground, lift the head, lift the hands and the elbows. The hands are a little bit higher than the elbows, and then I'm pulling my shoulder blades flatter on my back. Stay and release. Same thing again, breathe in, exhale, squeeze the thighs and the core, lift the hands and the elbows. Now, when people try to get the shoulders back, they tend to lift up higher. I don't want you to lift up any higher. I just want your hands and elbows a little bit higher, not your body. And release. One more time, breathe in. So really pull into the ribs. If your ribs are digging into the ground, they're popping. They should be flat. Exhale, lift, your ribs are flat. Hold, hold, and down. So the reason I'm so particular about the elbows is that if the elbows come up, it actually rolls my shoulders forward, which is opposite of what we want. Now we're going to do a press and bend. And when we press and bend, again, elbows are a little bit low. We don't want this elbows winging up, okay? Here we go, breathe in, exhale, hover first and stay. Inhale, stay, exhale, push overhead, inhale, bend. Exhale, push and bend. So your head is just hovering, press and bend. Elbows low, hands higher. Feet are firm into the ground. They are not lifting. Two more. You can feel this in your shoulders and your back. And rest it down. Good. Now hands by your thighs. We're going to lift up on the exhale, come back down on the inhale. Breathe in, prepare. Exhale, lift the head, pull the shoulders back, flip the hands out. Stay and down. Same thing here. If the hands come up high, guess what? The shoulders are going forward. Inhale, exhale, lift. Get the shoulders back. Turn the palms out, thumbs up towards the ceiling. Hold and release. And your head and neck extend slightly as well. Breathe in, exhale, lift. That means I'm looking up slightly in front of me. Hold and release. Two more. Breathe in and lift. And stay and down. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale. Squeeze the thighs. Squeeze the core. Lift. Open and hold and down. And let's do another quick child's pose. Awesome. Now this next one, we have different options of how you can sit. You can sit with both legs straight. Another option, legs crossed, if you can sit with your back straight. Another option, knees, either kneeling down or kneeling up. But we want a straight spine. We want our shoulders above our hips, regardless of what position you're in. I'm going to do it from here, because if we're in this position and we're a little bit rounded, we're going to add rotation to flexion, but we want rotation with neutral. So if you're not able to sit up all the way, then modify your position. Arms come out in a straight line. So when our arms are out here and we're sitting up tall, we're gonna pull our ribs down in the front, slide our shoulders away from the ears. Now we're gonna breathe in and exhale, press the arms above your head. Inhale out to the side without changing your posture. Inhale out to the sides. Exhale, reach up. So see how my spine did not change, right? One more. Shoulders slide down, ribs pull down. Now to the front. Exhale to the front without rounding the shoulders. Inhale out. So the shoulders stay on the back of the body. Inhale to the side. Exhale. Our postural muscles are working just for us to be up nice and tall. One more. And rest those arms down. I'm going to face you and we're going to add a rotation here. So now, and if you need to change position, you can. Now from here, arms are in a straight line and they're going to remain in a straight line. Breathe in, exhale, little rotation. Inhale, center. Exhale, little rotation. Center. Now we want to stay lifted, top of the head, up to the ceiling. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Two more. Reach those arms in opposite directions. Now 3 little pulses. 3, 2, 1. We're not bouncy at all. No bounce. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Arms getting heavy. And rest it down. Roll those shoulders back. Did you feel like you were holding weights by the end? So shoulders, upper back, all that working, right? Now we're gonna do a little half roll back. Roll back halfway, roll it up. Roll back halfway, roll it up. We're not gonna do many of these. We're gonna go right into the full roll up in a second. You might be feeling your hip flexors from that last exercise. Good, now straighten out the legs. Breathe in, roll all the way down. I gotta slide myself up. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale. Big stretch forward. Inhale, stay. Wait, no, that was wrong. Wrong breath. Exhale, roll down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, stay. No. What's wrong with me today? It's inhale, lift. Exhale, roll down. I'll get it right this time. Inhale at the floor. Exhale, up and over. There is no stay, that's why. Inhale up tall. Exhale, roll it down. Breathe in. Exhale, roll it up. Bend it forward. Now, if you want an extra challenge, this time when you come up, you can bring both feet up. So I got to imprint first. Then my legs come up. Breathe in, roll down, put your legs down, and then rest your head. Inhale. Exhale, roll up, pick up the legs. Breathe in, roll down through imprint, put the legs back down. One more time. Inhale the bottom. Exhale. Inhale, hold. Exhale, imprint, and rest it down. Awesome. Now roll to your side and sit up. We're going to do a side bend to stretch out the hips and the side body, and also to work some more on these lats and shoulders. So even though the shoulders might be a little bit tired, they're also nice. They should be nice and stable from the work that we were just doing previously. So when we lift up and put weight onto one hand and one knee, we're going to stay really strong underneath and also with the back of the shoulder. So if my shoulder is rounded forward, guess what? These muscles are not supporting me on my back. I want to pull back and down. So then you're going to feel less in just your shoulder, and you're going to be supported by your back muscles. Okay? We're going to come up onto this knee, and we're going to get a nice stretch on the side. So breathe in through the nose. Exhale, push up, extend the top leg, push your body away from your hands. Inhale, stay, exhale, down. So I mean the hand on the ground. We're pushing away from that hand. We don't want the shoulder to be directly above the hand when we're up there. We want it to be as far away as possible. So don't have your hand in too close. Breathe in, exhale, come up onto the knee, extend the leg, drop the head and reach, hold, and down. One more. Breathe in, exhale up, inhale, stay, and exhale down. Switch it over. So on this side, same thing. Push, we're going to be pushing our body away from the hand. Inhale, set the shoulder back and down. Exhale, lift to the knee, extend the leg, drop the head, inhale, hold, exhale, down. And when you come down, we don't want to be rounding forward, because again, that's your weakest point in your shoulder. Keep your head lifted. Inhale, exhale, up and over. Inhale, stay, exhale, keep your chest lifted as you come back down. Up, forward, shoulder back. One more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, stay, and exhale, down. Okay, switch sides again. You can do the same thing again to the knee, or you can take it up to straight legs. So let's talk about foot position to straight legs. First, I'm going to take off my socks because I slipped in my socks. We're going to take this bottom foot, flex the ankle. I'm going to take my top foot and slide that heel right in that crease. And my toes are pointing straight ahead. People point their toes down because that's where it's comfortable to start with, but that's not going to help you balance. So point your toes that way. Now don't worry about this knee being up high. Just get your hips on top of one another. Because when you lift up, we want our belly button pointing straight ahead, not our belly button pointing to the ceiling. The knee can come up if you have the mobility in your hips. Now, if you're going to do straight legs, you need your hand a little bit further away than your feet than you had when you were coming to the knee, because our whole body has to arc between our hands and feet. And the feet are not going to move. They have to stick right there. Breathe in, strong underneath, shoulder back. Exhale, push, squeeze the thighs, drop the head, hold. Now put the weight back towards your legs, come back down. Good. Breathe in, set the shoulder, lift the chest. Exhale, squeeze the core, squeeze the thighs. Lots of push with that hand on the ground. Hold and down. So we're using all these muscles down your waist. One more. Breathe in, exhale. Inhale, hold. and down. Switch sides. And I want to explain to you a little bit of difference between a side plank and a side bend. Side plank, I'm straight. Side bend, I'm bent. This is very different. So the difference is how much you push and how much waist you can get stretched sideways. Here we go. Breathe in, both toes point straight ahead. Set the shoulder. Exhale, lift, push, 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 push with that arm. Hold, and down. Yes. Good. Inhale. Exhale, tighten the core. Lift, squeeze the thighs. Hold, and down. Good job. Last one. Breathe in. Exhale. Hold, and down. Nice work. Roll out the wrists a little bit. So there's lots of little details for the side bend to help you have more balance, right? It's everything. It's the shoulder, the waist, the hips, the feet, the legs. And the hard part is coordinating it all and getting everything to do what you want it to do. Now let's roll out our back with rolling like a ball. So we're gonna slowly round the back first. One hand on each shin. Roll back until your feet come off. Now my arms are not soft. My hands are actually pulling against my legs, but my legs are not coming in. My legs are pushing out against my hands. So I have this stiffness and my biceps are tight. My shoulders are down and I'm engaging underneath. Now the only thing that changes shape is my low back, my pelvis. So inhale, slowly tip until you're off balance. And my shape does not change because I'm pulling against my legs and my legs are pushing out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to go back. Slowly tipping and rounding. Good. Keep going. All right, take a little break. Now you've got two more options. The seal, we take our hands inside and around. Well, you have lots more options. If you want to do something totally different, you can too. You don't want to do this one. And you're gonna roll like this. The other option, you can start practicing open leg rocker by holding your legs underneath behind the knees with the knees bent. So it's like this. And you're gonna roll back slowly and roll up. Roll back, roll up with your knees bent. That might give you the most control, is that last one. And when you come up, you want to balance without putting your feet down. Last one. And then we're going to put those feet together and rest them down. Good. Getting better at those. And now it's time for some glutes. But instead of starting with the band, we're going to start without the band with some clamshells. So clamshells are when we're laying on our side, and position is everything with this. So first of all, get your spine straight. So we're not curled up in a little ball. Pull your head back. Head, shoulders, and hips are all in a straight line. Now, take your top hand and check your waist. Lift your waist off the ground. Because what that does is when you lift your waist off the ground, your top hip lengthens. When your waist is on the ground, this hip is hiked up too much. So then your top hand goes on your top hip, and you're going to stay really long through the waist. So no creasing in your shirt on the side when the leg comes up. Also, my feet are under my bum. My knees are not in front of me. So my feet are under my bum. My knees are 90 degrees. And actually, I forgot. Let's roll forward a little bit. So my belly button would shine a light on the ground if it had a light. So that exposes your side of your bum up to the ceiling, and that's what you want to use to lift. I'm seeing some hips rolling back. I'm seeing a lot of movement through hips, even from this far away. So put your hand here. If this hand moves, you're rolling back. So your pelvis is not supposed to move at all. It's only the thigh, the hip socket, the ball and socket, the thigh bone is moving inside that hip socket. My pelvis does not tip back. And if your knee only comes up a little ways, don't force it. It might only come up halfway like this. Don't force it any higher because you're just using the wrong muscles to do it. Now hold the leg up. Roll forward. Roll forward. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. Straighten that top leg. Now you're going to be even longer through the waist. Extend the legs so that it's in line with your body or slightly behind you, not in front of your body at all. Lift and lower. Now, because we're lifting using our glutes and we're only moving the thigh and not our pelvis, that's why we can't lift the leg up very high. We can if we do this. Now my hip changed position and my pelvis did. But I'm lifting from my glute medius on the side. My waist is still not touching the floor over here underneath. My pelvis is still very still. Now circles, down, up. This one's even harder to keep the pelvis still. And if you're feeling it in the front of the hip, you've got to take a break and reposition. That we definitely do not want to be feeling it here. That's your TFL, and that is not going to feel good later. Reverse, or ever. Because the TFL will try and take over. We want to feel it back here. I have no idea how many we did, so 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg to the front. Now stick your bum out, so we're still neutral. Exhale, tighten the core, pick the leg up. Put it back down. Pick it up. Put it back down. Exhale up. Inhale, rest. Exhale up. Inhale, rest. Hold it up. 10 small ones. 10, 9, 8, 7. Are you relaxing your neck and head and shoulders, or are you trying to recruit those muscles to help you? And rest it. Now big rainbow. Lift, exhale, reach. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the back. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the back. Again, pelvis stays neutral. My pelvis is not rolling back and forth. That's happening from my hip joint, not my waist, not my pelvis. And how do I keep my pelvis still? Core. Hold it back. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. On that side. So again, you need to be feeling it in the side of your bum, not the front of your hip. So if you're feeling it in the wrong place, pay attention to all the little cues of position. It's very important. So lying on your side. And I know it's difficult to get in position. So the waist is lifted. The knees are bent. The feet are underneath my bum. Let's slide up a bit. Now the bottom leg could be burning a little bit. Make sure your head is in line, spine straight. Lift and lower. Roll your hips forward a bit. Sorry, I forgot that again. Roll forward more. Most of you need to roll forward more. Yep, better. Contract the core, relax the core. Contract to lift the leg, relax. Feet are staying together, just the knee coming up, but stay rolled forward. Point your belly button light on the floor. Hold it up, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. Straighten out that top leg. Longer through the waist. Lift off the ground underneath. Leg in line with your body. Lift and lower. Push down on your hip so that when you lift the leg, the hip doesn't lift. We're not trying to use our back and our waist here. We've done enough of that. With the other exercises, we're trying to use the side of our bum, the glute medius, which doesn't want to do stuff. It's lazy. And circles. Down, up. Without moving the pelvis at all. Without dropping the waist into the ground. Reverse. The circles can be small if you're having trouble stabilizing. They don't have to be as big as mine. Because I didn't count on the other side, I'm not counting here. And rest that down in the front. Point your tailbone behind you. So stick your bum out. You're slightly rolled forward, that's good. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. You gotta tighten the core first. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Rest it each time. Keep that little arch at the low back. Don't round the low back. Stay up this time. Pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. And rainbow. It's burning me too, just to let you know. Inhale. Exhale. You might think it doesn't hurt me. It does. It's on fire. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, front. Exhale, reach. Remember, we're not moving our hips. Just that thigh bone moving in the hip socket. Roll the hip forward a little bit. Squeeze your bum on the way back. Hold it back. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. Good job. We're going to stretch out our glutes. So you can either do that laying down, you can do that sitting up. I'm going to start with this one. And if anybody felt like they didn't work their glutes hard enough, feel free to put the bands on and carry on and do some band work. Definitely not for me. And Sitting to the side, both knees 90 degrees. If you pull the foot in really close, it's not going to stretch as much. So this foot goes out all the way to my knee. Probably can't see, everything's black. My foot is at my knee. Then I'm going to lift my bum and get my butt out from under me. And then I'm going to lean forward with my back straight. Good. And we're going to switch sides. So put that foot out all the way to your knee, lift up, get your butt out from under you, and then lean forward. So with those side leg series, you can definitely notice if one side is stronger than the other, whereas sometimes with the band, you can't really notice. You can't tell. So it's good to do different things for the glutes. And the quality of the movement is way more important than the quantity. So if you are doing some really good ones and then you need to take a break, that's okay, rather than just carrying on and then losing your form. Let's bring the knees out. Sit up as tall as you can. Let the knees fall out as much as possible. And now let's do a straddle. Straight legs, you can either have your hands behind and lift up through the pelvis and spine, and that will give you a stretch. Or if that doesn't, then with a straight spine, you're going to lean forward a little bit. Seeing some blue sky out there now. Nice. And let's finish with child's pose one more time just to see how all that feels.